So let's break down exactly how a for loop works in Python. First, let's start by creating a list that we want to loop through. I'm going to choose book genres, but you can of course pick any topic that you like. So here's our variable genres, and then we'll assign it a list by using square brackets and a comma to separate each string. And these will be our different genres. So now we want to use a for loop to loop through this list and carry out a particular action on each item. So let's break down what I've just typed out. First, we use the keyword for to tell Python we're about to loop through something, and that's why it's called a for loop. And then next, you'll see that I've written the word genre. That's just a temporary name for each item in the list. Python will loop through the list one item at a time and call each one genre whilst it's being used. It's important to know that you don't have to use the word genre, and this can be anything you like. For example, it could be for X in genres, for category in genres, or for item in genres. Python doesn't care, it's just a placeholder while the loop runs. But using something meaningful, like the singular version of your list name, helps people reading your code understand what's going on. So if your list is called genres, then for genre in genres makes sense. If your list was about books, you could use for book in books. If it's about cars, then you might want to use for car in cars. It's just a convention to keep your code clean and readable. Then next we have the keyword in, which tells Python to look inside the list. And right after that is the variable genres, which tells Python which list to loop through. So you're basically saying, for each item in the genres list, do the following. And then finally, we have the colon, which means, okay, now run the next bit of code for each item that you loop through. So now let's add an action. We'll keep it nice and simple for this example and just print the genre. This means that for every item in the genres list, Python will print it out one by one. And remember that our action, print genre, is indented, which tells Python it belongs to the loop. So for every item it loops through, Python needs to print it out. So when we run this code, you can see that every genre in our list gets printed, just like we asked the loop to do. It takes the first item fantasy, assigns it to genre, and then prints out the genre and repeats it for thriller and romance. It will loop through the entire list one item at a time, and the moment it reaches the end, it will automatically stop. So now, let's add in a fourth list item, Dark Academia, and then we can run the code. You can see here that it's now printed the full list, which includes the newly added genre as well. And just to show you that it works with different temporary words, let's change genre to item, and then we'll print item. So now we're telling Python, for every item in the genres list, print the item. So when we run this code, we get every item in our list printed out as expected. So there is way more to loops than just this. You can run them on strings, sets, dictionaries, basically any kind of data. And then you can use while loops, nest loops within each other, add if-else statements to make your code more dynamic, etc., etc. So if you want me to walk through any of this again, try a different example, or dive into other types of loops, just say the word and I'll do my best to get some more videos out very soon.